podcast, right, Abby?
It's always a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. It's always a beautiful
Rain
day.
or shine.
Rain or shine. Y'all heard, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Living in the 323. I am your boy, MG on the mic.
It's Princess Abby.
Hey. What's going on, Abby? How's
Princess
everything?
Abby on the mic. I'm going to start saying that.
Princess Abby on the mic.
I want to copy you now.
I love how I got so much heat for changing my name all the time, and I only changed it 3 times. I kid you not.
That's a lot for a year.
Oh my God.
In 1 year, that's a lot.
I actually touche on that because I was MG Blue 92 and I went from 323 and then I went to on the mic 323. So I promise.
323?
Yeah.
MG on the mic 323?
Yes. That's my Instagram name. That's my Instagram name.
That's hella long. I just realized.
When I go in there. How's everyone? I hope everyone is having a great day wherever you're watching or listening to this episode. And speaking of watching, we're on YouTube, folks. So please make sure to hit that subscribe button right there where I'm pointing at. And once you subscribe, message me at MG on the mic 323 or Princess Abby at Princess Abby 323, or even hit us up at Living in the 323 on Instagram, and I will be happy to send you this this sticker courtesy of us. And we have new colors coming out, folks. So make sure.
New logo.
Yes, this logo is beautiful. I kid you not. So make sure you guys subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. Thanks so much to those people who have been watching and commenting on the video. Thanks to those who have subscribed to us on Apple, Spotify, any podcast platform.
Thank you guys for the love, man.
For
especially
real.
on YouTube. We've only had it for a week.
Yeah, I gotta give them a round. I gotta give them a round for that. But
seriously, it's only been a week and we've been getting a lot of views.
It has.
So thank you guys.
We appreciate you guys so much. But anyways, I have one thing to say before we get to our special guest. Football season is over. Baseball season is back. The Dodgers are World Series champs, and I am ready.
It's Super Bowl Sunday. You were supposed to wear something football related.
Oh, no. No, my Rams didn't make it, so you know what? I'm going to be celebrating.
Everybody's sad about that. All of LA.
No. I'm sorry. No shade to my Green Bay Packer fans out there, but they couldn't get the job done, and everyone wanted the Packers to be in the Super Bowl, but it's okay.
It happens. I'm not a big sports fanatic, but
you will be once I take you to a game, though.
Hey, I'm ready. I've been wanting to go to a game.
Girl, you better be ready.
That's one thing I do want to do, because even when I was in college, I never went, but I would kick it with the football players.
Nah, you know what?
How that happened, I don't know.
Kicking it with the sports dudes are cool. But yeah, once you go to Dodger Stadium, you're gonna end up spending almost $25 on a beer, michelada. The micheladas or whatever, but I will buy a beer.
I'll take the margarita.
Take the margarita.
I'll take the margarita.
Take the margarita. All right, folks. So,
even beer. I'll do beer.
Do beer.
Just not michelada.
And then we'll go after to a bar, brewery, wherever's around the area. So
damn, you're just trying to get me fucked up.
Welcome back, baseball season. And goodbye, NFL. We'll see you back in September.
Yay.
All right, folks, let's get to our guest because we've talked a lot already, and I think we're ready to do this. Abby?
Yes. So you guys, we have a very special guest with us.
Yes, we
who
do.
I had the pleasure of meeting a while back. So it's nice to have you here again. Now interviewing you officially.
Yes.
Everybody, I want to welcome Mayson Brass. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you guys for having me, man. It's a pleasure being here with you guys.
Well, of course, man. Well, let me tell you right now, Mayson, your beard is goals, man.
How did I know you were going to say that, bro?
You should have just stopped me and be like.
As soon as you seen him, I was like, I already know he's going to compliment the beard.
Well, you should have just stopped me. You should have been like, oh, I think the beard is awesome. No,
thank you, man.
But for real, though, man.
Appreciate it.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. You know, just been busy, running around, getting a few things done here and there. But like everybody else, just doing the best we can with, the given situations that we've been going on for, almost a year now.
Yeah.
Damn, it's been a year. What the hell?
It's been a long time, bro.
Oh, man.
We just want to see the streets again like normal people without masks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn right.
Go to bars, clubs. I mean, not that I was partying like that anyway, but we just want to do something outside.
Is there something you'd like to tell us?
You know what? I really am tired of being quarantined and I want to hit the club already. Like, I really do.
I just want to hit the breweries.
Jenny and I were just talking about this shit last night.
Yup.
Hey, have you seen the guy? The little kid, he's like all over YouTube. He's like, I just want to do hood rat stuff with my friends.
I saw that. What the hell?
Okay, that's us right now. We just want to do hood rat stuff with our friends.
True. Very true.
It's been a minute.
Yes, it has. Well, anyways, Mayson. How do you pronounce your name, man?
Mason.
Mason
Brass.
Okay,
Yeah, Mayson Brass.
Okay, hold on.
I like to say Maison.
Mason. Oh my God.
It just sounds so elegant, bro.
Who knows, man? Maybe down the road, when if I want to switch it up,
Yeah, just put like a
we'll
little
pull that back up. Yeah,
a little acento. You know what I mean?
make it sound French, baby.
Yeah.
You'll hear her on the street, Mason, and you'll be like, Abby, how are you?
That is so funny.
That is.
So I want to get into your career.
Yeah.
So earlier when we were off the scene, off before we were recording, you had mentioned you hadn't done an interview in a minute. So when was the last time you did an interview?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you the truth.
Oh, what?
That's how long it's been?
It's been a long, long time since I've done an interview, performed, anything.
So let me ask you, how long have you been in this industry?
I've been doing music. Let's see. So first time I ever got in the studio was in 2005.
Oh, wow.
And then we started, dabbling into that. And it was still just like a hobby, and the way that it all happened was just, it was weird, I guess, if you want to call it that. But then I didn't really start doing it at what I would consider like a professional level until about maybe 2008, 2009.
Okay.
All right.
And even then, looking back, I really wasn't doing it at what I would consider now a professional level.
You think like maybe not to your full potential?
Oh, absolutely
You
not.
were just dipping and dabbing?
No, my shit was whack back then. I mean,
Hey, I respect that. I respect the fact that you're saying that, because in the beginning it's a learning process.
no, it is. It is. I mean, compared to, to some other, if you squared me up against some of the other guys that were starting around that time, my shit, if you compared it to them, it was dope. But, now, like, looking back, it's just like, no, absolutely not. And that's just me judging me, and I'm always like super fucking critical of everything that I do.
And I like that you're being honest, because a lot of people would tell themselves, oh, I think this is bomb. But you're just like, no, something's not right. Like, there has to be a change. And you work hard to make your craft better than it should be, better than what you want it to be. Like, you have certain expectations for yourself. And I think a lot of people definitely need to have that, because if you don't have expectations, then I think going down the road, you're going to be like, okay, what's next? What is my next move? What is my next,
Yep.
purpose in this craft? So I applaud you on that, man.
Thank you.
I think that's really good.
Yeah, you have to. You got to be able to, separate yourself from, your product and just look at it objectively, man. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck in the same place. And you got to have people around you. Excuse me.
No, you're good.
You're good.
People around you that, they're going to look and, or hear and be like, yeah, no, dude, we need to perhaps tweak this and tweak that. And that's always, beneficial. Like, you don't really want to surround yourself with a bunch of yes people and shit, because that'll fucking kill your career, your creativity. But at the same time, you got to take even if it's your team, you got to take what your team tells you, como se dice, like, con un granito de arena, Like, it can't, because if you start just solely dependent on other people's opinion, then you lose the essence of yourself.
Yes.
Very true.
And that's something that I learned, with my team, at one point where, everybody's fucking arguing and everybody's like, nah, I like this song, I like that song. And I was like, hey, motherfuckers, like, what about me? What about what I like, And then the way that I started, giving them songs to listen to, I would do it in a different way, like that. I can get everybody's feedback, and then being like, look, you guys, and then I show it to them, like, all of you guys like something different. I was like, so this is really just based on opinions on your flavor, what you guys like, which really just reinforces what I've always said, that there's a song for everybody.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's like you can't, this whole thing about, nah, we can't put that out because, no, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may not like some shit. You may like it, She may be like, yo, that's fucking bomb, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta test the waters, you know what I'm saying? As long as the quality is good, you can't be afraid to fucking put out material, man. And I'm saying that from a point of experience, because people ask me all the time, it's like, you tell me, like, yo, your shit is dope. Why the fuck, like, you're not famous? I was like, because of me, like, because it was like, this is not right.
That's how I feel, to be honest, because your shit's really dope. Let me just say that. And that's how I feel. Like, man. You need to be famous, dope. Bro.
Yeah.
But that's all on me, though, because, it's like, I need this shit to be better. No, I don't like the way that sounds. I need to, fix that up. Or, are we going to record this video? But not yet, because, I need to put on, 10 extra pounds, or I got, freaking lose a little bit of fat. I mean, like, literally, I came up with every single excuse that you could think of. And basically, even though I was myself trying to just make my stuff better, because I really wanted my shit to be dope, what I ended up doing is just sabotaging myself. And
you feel like you prolonged the process.
Yeah, dude, and fucking wasting mad time. Like, so much time that I wasted, and I mean, I've had plenty of opportunities. I've had a couple of labels approach me. I've worked with big producers. I know people in the industry, and it's like, but at the end of the day, that shit, like, I was in my own way.
You had your own vision.
Yeah, well, no, like, I was blocking my own progress. Like,
you feel like you were blocking your own blessings.
Fuck yeah, dude, by all means. I was blackballing myself, dude. And it's just, but it came from it came from a good place, because I really wanted a good product. But then subconsciously, it was probably just me being afraid. Like, damn, like, what if people don't like this shit?
Yeah, you know what? I want to piggyback on that, because I feel like sometimes in any career, in any field or industry, sometimes as humans, we're afraid of taking that next step and next, like, leap of faith, because we're, in a sense, we are afraid of success, because we know that it comes with more responsibilities, and now you have more exposure. And sometimes some people are not ready to carry on that extra weight. You know what I mean? Very true. I tell you from experience, even from my candle business, because, you're aware, you bought some off of me.
Hell yeah, them shits was dope, by the way.
Thank you so much.
I can smell it from right here.
We have another one right here, yes. But, I've had opportunities come my way too. And behind the scenes, Manny and I were talking, and we brought it up on our last episode, that sometimes when you're not fully prepared, those opportunities will come, but they will pass you by because you're not ready. You know what I mean? And so I feel like it's not only the product that needs to be ready, but also us as humans mentally and emotionally prepared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like us doing this. Yeah. Like, now we're on YouTube doing this. Like, it's a whole leap. You know what I mean?
I agree. It's like they say, luck is where preparation meets opportunity, and if you're not fucking prepared, you're not.
That part.
Preach. Y'all listening to him? He's preaching to the choir right now. Hey, somebody needs to hear this, dog. In all reality, there's people out there that are definitely living in fear. And they're scared of the success. And we're in a time where time is going by so quickly. And in a blink of an eye, like, you just realize, like, damn, I just missed all those opportunities. Or, I could have done this, should have, could have, would have. And now you're living in regret. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I totally understand you, because that's how it's been with my candle business. Like, I've been doing this for 3 years, but I was underground. And just now is like that I'm starting to rebrand. You know what I mean? Yep. So I totally feel you. Like, in a way, you feel like you do waste time. You do waste time, money, and opportunities, because at the end of the day, it's an investment. Whether you're doing, music videos, or in the studio, or photo sessions, like whatever it is that you're doing, because that's a lot of money that goes into it.
It is,
and people don't understand that. Yeah, production is big.
And even aside from the money, the biggest investment that you're putting into that shit is fucking time, because you could get money back.
Very true. Can you say that one more time, please? Can you say that one more time?
The biggest investment is time. You could get money back. You could get new equipment back, some shit breaks. You can't get time back.
That is so damn true.
Yeah, you waste that shit. What do they call it? I was reading Russ's book, It's All in Your Head. And he actually, mentions that it's like, You know, you can't get time back, you know, and time is a currency, because when people talk about time, they're spending time.
True.
Yeah.
And that, when I heard that, I was like,
spend or invest.
Exactly. So it's like, it really is. It's fucking currency.
Yes,
dude.
thank you. No, and I'm glad that you brought that quote up. I have to look up that book because,
Dude.
Can you text that to me?
Listen, let
before
me
I
tell
forget?
you.
I know she's gonna want to read it too.
she's
She's a big reader.
Oh, for those of you who are wondering, she is our lovely camera person, Alexis.
Our director.
Our director.
Wave to
show
the
the finger.
camera.
Show the finger. Show the finger. Hey! No,
the audience loves you.
That's our insider
clapper.
joke. Yeah, hold on. Let's give her that clap.
The audience
one more time.
loves you.
Show your finger one more time, please. Wow. I show my fingers, I get no love. Your fingers are.
Because she got the nice nails.
She do
That's
got
what
the
it is, man.
They're magical
She's
fingers.
like, oh, stop it.
It's because of her. We're on YouTube.
No, but let's get back into time. Look, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of us have wasted time in a lot of things, but I think
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Like me myself, look, I wasted time starting this thing up, and I was just like, you know what, fuck this shit. I need to get it going. And I think we can learn from this is that we let time pass by, but you know what? As we get older, we get wiser, we get smarter, and when we're young, we're just like, oh yeah, I got so much time getting. But it's like as we get older, like we just look back and we're just like, fuck, dude, like I wish I could have done this at this time. I wish I could have done it at that time, because who knows where I would have been at right now. But
Absolutely.
But I admire that you brought up that quote, man. A lot of people need to understand that time is the essence. Like it's an essential thing that we need to take serious now.
Yep.
Especially with the younger folks that are coming up and coming. It's like they think that, oh, you know what, I'm 18, I'm just gonna fuck around. It's like, no, it's like there's people out there that take it serious. There's people that, just joke around. And I'm not saying having fun is not a bad thing, but at the same time, there's a time where you have to be serious about your work. You have to be serious about what you're doing, because if you want to become serious, you want to get bigger in the future, you got to work with time.
Absolutely.
Time doesn't wait, unfortunately.
For nobody.
Hey.
Shit.
Give me some of that. Give me some.
We're in the same
You too, Abby.
Seriously. And then another thing that I wanted to add on is, now that we're on time,
pun intended.
Right? Like Ashanti said, always on time. Shout out to Ashanti who won versus.
Oh man,
that was the shit.
Yeah, Ashanti is bae. I gotta put that out there.
Hell yeah,
Ashanti's
she's
always
so
been bae.
bomb, dude. No matter how old she is,
even
she's
at
so
this
bomb.
age, she still looks great.
Hell yeah.
I looked at her, I was like,
I gotta
that is
give
not
it to
her.
Keisha Cole too, though, because
Oh, yeah.
I fuck with Keisha.
She's
Both
dope.
of them, yeah,
She's
both
dope.
of them are bomb. They're killing it.
Yup.
But Ashanti won. I just had to say that.
Of course you did.
But back to time. I feel like a lot of people don't realize like time is precious and time is a gift from God.
It is.
So if we waste it, are you really going to fulfill your purpose? One. And then secondly, we don't know when we're going. That's one thing that I need to emphasize, because we're looking at a lot of the youth getting shot, dying left and right. Like we just heard some right now, you guys. We literally just heard some gunshots. You know what I mean? Like this shit is not a joke. Like you don't know when you're going to go. And so my thing, thing is like, we need to appreciate our lives. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm going to use milk as a reference. We know when milk expires, but we don't know when we're going to expire. You know what I mean? It can go at any,
I love
any
that.
second, bro.
I love that.
I just want to use that analogy.
No. That
was dope, though.
That was, yeah, it was.
That was dope.
Thank you.
See, and this is where I go back to, you have to be willing to work with time, because people like to rush. People like to just be like, no, I have to have it done now. And that's where, you're just like, oh no, like I need to make sure that I have this shit done and it's good.
Yeah.
Because
I think there's balance.
Yes.
There has to be balance.
Absolutely.
You can't rush it and you can't delay it. There's like a happy medium that you have to meet.
It is. There has to be. And, that's something that, a person that's really dear to my heart, that until I started, I really didn't, the whole balance shit was, for me, it was like non-existent. It was like all this, or all that.
All or nothing.
And I mean, one of the first things that, she told me was like, yo, you gotta balance yourself out, dude. Like, you're all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
And now it's like, every time I look at it, it was like, you know what? it's like every day shit just makes more fucking sense. It was like, you know, and it really, you know, it's been, you know, a progress. But the more you realize is that you really do like have to balance shit out, the more productive you become. You know what I'm
true.
saying?
Yes.
Very true. Thank you for saying that.
I can attest to that too.
Yeah. No, you have to, man.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. Because like I had a mentor, maybe about, I'm going to say 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago. Excuse me.
Oh, man. What's happening
I don't know
today?
what's
It's the
wrong
water.
today.
Rona,
It's the coffee.
Oh my God. No, don't do that.
No, definitely not.
Get away from there.
No.
We don't want to talk about that because
No. What were you going to push?
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm
Definitely not.
me and Rona are never being friends again. Fuck that shit.
No. We both had it at one point.
No, we're good though.
Man, I had
No.
it fucking December, man.
Oh man.
Dude, I think at this point, bro, like I know like almost all my friends and even family members, somebody in each household has had it at this point. Like we're all like pretty much bound to get it.
Everybody gonna catch that shit. It's gonna turn into the new flu.
She's like, knock on wood, no.
Like please God, no.
Nah, but real shit is really like the flu, guys. So
Yeah, just be careful,
yeah,
guys.
just be careful. Just be careful. But anywho,
I got a question for you, man.
I forgot what I was
I got
gonna
a
say.
question for you, man. What made you get into music, man? Like what got your attention?
Look, the first time that I was, you know, like, I mean, I've been listening to music all my life, obviously. I mean, we all have, you know. I mean, we grew up with music. You know, when I was growing up in Puerto Rico.
You're Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Come on. Did you not hear his accent?
No, I thought he was Dominican for some reason.
I get that a lot too.
Yeah,
So it's
It's understandable.
Hey,
It's
shout out to
understandable.
Puerto Rico, where reggaeton came from.
Oh, wrong
Hey,
button.
I had a shout out 7J vibes
Oh,
though. Catch that episode.
There you go. That's the bit I wanted to hit. That deserves a horn right there.
No, but you know, I grew up with salsa. You know, that was my thing. Like, I mean, before anything, you know, like salsa is my favorite kind of music. It's not reggaeton.
Please tell me that salsa is like the thing to listen to. I'm sometimes driving and I bump up salsa and I'm just like, ooh.
You're like Jenny.
You have to, man. You know,
Do you know how to dance salsa?
Absolutely.
Yes.
He's Puerto Rican, bro.
Yes.
Like it's in his blood to dance.
I love salsa, bachata, merengue. You know, but salsa, that's my thing. You know.
I have a question. Do you like punta? Do you know how to dance punta?
You know, I was I've danced punta. I was married to a Honduran woman.
Okay.
Oh my God, those Hondurans get down with
They
punta.
do.
But I
with
ain't gonna lie
punta.
though, yo, like that shit is fucking tiring, man.
Hell
Yo.
yeah.
No, watch. If you dance
Hell
punta for 5 straight days, your calves are gonna be fucking
Yeah.
huge.
That's leg day every day right there.
And it, you know, it's like to each their own. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I stick to what I grew up with. You know what I'm saying?
And reggaeton.
You know, yeah, it's like salsa, bachata, merengue. That's my thing. I love rap. You know, but
right.
as far as like, you know, like Spanish music from like other countries, I don't really, you know, it's like because it just don't really. It
doesn't resonate
it don't
with
spark
you.
my, you know, it don't spark my interest. Just like I know people from other Spanish countries that don't really mess with reggaeton, they don't really fuck with like salsa or bachata, and
it's
that's
true.
understandable. You know,
Yeah.
like to everybody, you know, it's like
Like you said, there's music for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is why I love LA, because LA is very diverse in music.
Yup, it's
yeah.
the melting pot.
It is.
Yeah,
That
shit's
ass.
crazy out here.
Yeah.
But you know, from there, like when I really just like, you know, I started writing, like my first couple of verses, like I was in 6th grade.
Oh shit.
By then I was living in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Okay.
After I left Puerto Rico.
How's the weather out there, man?
Just fucking summer. You know, spring is beautiful. Summer's hot as fuck. You know, you get the humid, just
Wait, we're talking about Puerto
sticky,
Rico, right?
And Connecticut.
Oh, okay. I
At
thought
Puerto Rico, the weather's beautiful all fucking year, man. Like, you know what
I
I'm
really
saying?
want to go to Puerto Rico.
Same
So
here.
whenever you go, I want to join you.
I'm actually trying to go out there in like June.
Oh, no way.
I will book my flight with you. Let me
Hey,
know.
bro,
It's
I
gonna be
deadass want to
dope.
go.
Yo,
Like
I
deadass.
should come along, man.
Hey,
It's gonna
I'm
be
down.
I'm so down.
I'm down.
Alexis, you're coming with us to take the shots?
Wait, she's
gonna
gonna be like,
vlog.
she's gonna be like, here, take the camera, Manny. Can you
She's
take
gonna like, man, fuck you guys. I'm gonna do my own thing. She'll be like, man, I wanna kick it too. I wanna have fun.
No, it's fire over there.
But
it's
definitely Puerto Rico's on our list.
Have you met Ozuna?
No, I've never met Ozuna. Never. No.
I just had to ask that.
Yeah, no.
What about like Daddy Yankee? Like, I'm just curious because you come from Puerto Rico, and I know that it's very small. And I know a lot of people like know each other there because I used to work at a trading company, and my clients who are business owners used to tell me all the time, like, "Yo, we see Ozuna, Daddy Yankee, we see Andel all day long." See, I was like, "What?"
I've been like, you know, like I haven't lived in Puerto Rico in years, you know, just because I got so accustomed to being out here. So I don't really, and then you know, even though I'm like in the music industry, I don't really frequent like shows or any of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, like
you don't attend events like that?
Not really, man. I don't really like it. I don't want to be like around people. You know, it's like, and you know, these motherfuckers, they do the same shit that I do. They just do it at a higher level. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that I look at it. And it's like,
what about like networking purposes though?
You know what?
I know we talked about this like when I met you. I know we talked about a little bit of this.
And I don't want to, you know, and we'll bounce back to my whole, you know, when I started music thing, but I do want to address this is the whole networking thing, you know, and this is something that I've never been okay with is everybody says that your network is your net worth. That's bullshit. I mean, it's bullshit.
Elaborate on that.
It's like, and it goes back to the whole quality over quantity theory, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like, yo, like you could know 100 people, and you could know 100 people that do something in the industry.
Yeah.
I was like, but if them 100 people don't fuck with you like that, and they're not fucking trying to do anything for you, then what's the fucking point in having 100 people that you know that are in the industry?
Good point.
I didn't think of it that way.
Because at the end of the day, what moves people in this industry is fucking money. The only people that gonna look out for you is like your team, the people that you work with. Yeah. Those are the people that if you need a hand, they're gonna come help you out. It's like, yo, like shit, they about to fucking, you know, I need a couple of dollars, you know, to pay for this beat. I need a couple of dollars to, you know, pay for this video. I need a couple of dollars to pay that model. Your guys, the ones that your immediate team, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about a couple of your boys that you know from your block or whatever. Not them motherfuckers. The people that are in the studio, the motherfucker that records you, you know, and that's saying that you got your man that has a studio and shit, cause you know, ain't no motherfucking engineer from any normal studio gonna, you know, be helping you out. It's like, so it's the people that's around you on a regular basis that are pushing you, you know, to further your career. Those are the people that, to me, that's your network. Yeah. Everybody else, they're like associates, acquaintances, people that you know, and again, they're not gonna do nothing for you if they don't have anything to gain. The shit that people be doing favors. Listen, man, they ain't no fucking favors in the music industry. And then the reason that I don't really frequent events out here is because you're gonna see the same motherfuckers at all the events. You're gonna see the same local rappers. You're gonna see the same fucking promoters. You know what? And to tell you the truth, yo, like, I don't even fucking like half of these fucking promoters because they're all fake. It's like, you know, is what you can do for them. Oh, yeah, you know, I'll let you perform. You sell me, you know, these fucking 200 tickets for me. I was like, no, bitch, I don't have fucking time to do that shit. So it's like, if I want to do, you know, if I want to do something, I'm going to do that shit myself. I'm going to get my team, you know, to put in that work for me, you know, and at the end of the day, it's like, if I really need someone to do something for me that's going to further my career, and I know you fucking charge, then I'm just going to pay you your fucking money.
Amen to that, man. Honestly, that was a good thing that you brought up, because me, I love music, but I'm not really too much into the industry like Abby is. Abby's like takes her shit very serious, and
I'm not that deep into it.
Yes, you're more deeper than I am, but you're more deeper than I am. You know what I'm saying? No, but honestly though, it's like, you know, every episode we always get something new. We always find out new information. So, you know, thank you so much for bringing that up, man.
I don't doubt, man. It's always a learning experience for everybody, man.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. And I just want to say, like, we are new to the industry, but I do want to say, like, I'm very thankful for the people that have helped us out. You know, Chin being one of them with Alexander Music and Prophecy. Like, you know, they're the ones who produced our track that you heard in the intro.
Yeah, you told me about them. Yeah, I think you even let me hear some of the stuff, if I'm not
mistaken.
mistaken.
I did. Yeah, see, when I met him, like, we chopped it up for a minute.
Abby's bringing people together.
I'm bringing unity, guys.
Yes, she is.
She's the plug.
She's the
I
plug.
am low-key. I'm the candle plug, too. So holla at
And
me.
speaking of plug, we got a little something here. You sent us some of your tracks, and I did a little something for us. So we're gonna play a snippet of your song so that our listeners can do this. All right, guys, here we go.
The famous Mayson Brass.
Entra pa' la pista super duro la monta. Ninguna de las otras mujeres ya la soporta. Le dicen la intocable porque anda con su escolta. Soy un caripelado, a mí nada de eso me importa. Métele duro al maquineo, nena, que yo te veo. Si se te pega el feo, rápido le saca el leo. Me gusta tu actitud, mi nena fichu. Tú eres la que se luce cuando le apagan la luz. Y por si explotan, yo tengo pepa en esto como Silvia Oliva. La tengo resbalosa como aceite de oliva. La envidia mata socio, eso no se alivia. Quédate con la espina coneja, ya yo me tiré de Olivia. Conmigo no puedes negarme un falla. Mi tiempo es oro, son mira money, Jerry Maguire. Pichea, te damos el palo como Mark Maguire. Tiro para atrás con la botella mientras ella me lo vaya. Loco si se en la tipa son la zona y mucho más te deseo más. Y tú andas huyendo de mí, pero en mi boca dejaste el sabor a sexo. Y yo, loco si se en la tipa son la zona y mucho más te deseo más. Y tú andas huyendo de mí, pero en mi boca dejaste el sabor a sexo. Anda más soy un bandido que robó tu corazón. Soy un bandido que destruyó tu alma sin razón. Ahora yo entiendo que esto no fue justo. Lo único que puedo es desear que usted encuentre una persona que la ame de verdad.
Hold on, your mic was off. Try again.
It was, I'm like, hey, that ending.
That was dope. That was dope.
Let me tell you right now.
Bang.
Let me tell you, the last track was my favorite.
Yeah, thank
last
you,
track.
man.
I love the first one.
You know, those all except for one. The third track, I think it was that track's called Dominatrix. It's not out yet. It's one that we're coming up soon. Yeah,
I did see that name when you emailed it. I was like, ooh, Dominatrix.
Wait, hold on. So you mean to tell me that the third track is not out? That was
We got exclusive.
So we
Yeah, you got it exclusive.
What?
Yeah.
He told me, he's like, I'm going to send you guys an exclusive. I was like, okay.
And you didn't bother to tell me?
I forgot to tell
That's
you. I was
okay.
too excited.
No. Hey.
I was eating King Taco when he told me.
Oh, blame the King Taco.
I was so excited.
I will tell you though, no, all your tracks are fucking good, man.
Thank you, man. I
You're
appreciate
so
it.
dope,
Thank you,
bro.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
Appreciate
I
it.
want to ask you, do you have any new music coming out with OZ? Because in case you guys didn't know, OZ El Mágico, we interviewed him last season. Tap in. That's how I know him. They're all connected.
That's my boy. That's my
Yes.
that's my brother right there, man. He's actually, you know, me and him got a bunch of music together. And we
We're
still
waiting.
haven't released it.
We're waiting.
Send them over to
But it's coming right now. We actually we have a track that we've been wanting to put out. And it's called Volverte a Ver. And it's real dope, you know, friggin' track. We've been holding on to it for a while now.
Is it a slow vibe? Like
It's
reggaeton?
it's like a nice little reggaeton,
Okay.
you know, tropical vibe to it. But yeah, nah, man, OZ, that's my brother right there, man. That's my dude right there.
Yeah, and I love that you guys were talking about like your team, because I know he's like literally a part of your team. Like you guys work together.
Yo, listen, when I tell you like that, pretty much anything that I'm doing, this dude's involved in. It's not even an exaggeration, you know. When I, you know, and I always joke around, you know, because you know, whenever I'm blocked and I can't think and whatever. Now, mind you, I mean, I have my own studio. You know, at home, I could fucking do whatever I want whenever I want it. You know, but it's not the same when you're doing stuff on your own in your own spot than when you step into a booth with someone that you have real good chemistry with.
Yeah,
me
I
and
feel
this
you.
dude, like,
True.
I don't record as good with anyone, you know, and I've been to a bunch of studios and whatnot, but it's not the same. Like when I get in the booth and this dude is engineering for me, is over. I'm talking like, yo,
He's
like I'm
really good.
in and out, yo. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, we done.
No, I can attest to that though. Sorry to cut you off.
Go for it.
I can attest to that because I've actually been in the studio with him and Pascual. Shout out to Pascual too. And they work quick, bro.
Yeah.
Like OZ don't play no games. Like he was
I bet
like,
he
bro, we're
doesn't.
here to work.
Because he's got a way, you know, of just really connecting, you know, with the artist and just learning the most productive way to work with a particular artist. And see, you know, what they like, what they don't like. And that's you know, that's the thing with me and him. We've built that over the last few years. So it's like, you know, productivity wise and just the chemistry, you know, it just lends itself to be, you know, super productive, man, you know?
Yeah. No, and I totally respect that because when you're in the studio, you don't want to just waste time. Like I've seen it before where artists just want to like kick it and talk and bullshit. Yeah. And then it prolongs the creativity process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as soon as you get there, you want to go in the mentality of like, hey, I'm here to like do this shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if you have people that are coming in with the same mentality, it not only boosts up the creativity, but the workflow is just amazing. Like everybody's on the same page and we're like, all right, we're here to be creative and like release this fucking creativity out.
The chemistry's on there. I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious. We listen to the tracks right now. Like there's such good chemistry between you guys. And it's awesome because you guys know each other. You guys have an understanding for each other. So you guys are on the same page. And I think being on the same page is very important when it comes to.
it's crucial.
It is crucial. You know, thanks for adding it on there. But no, but on the real though, it's important because it's like when you work with someone, you all like one, you both take your craft very serious. Two, you both enjoy what you guys are doing. So it's just like that's the perfect combination right there. There is no positive and negative. There's always positive.
Yeah.
How do you handle the negativity though? Like when there's negativity there.
Listen,
how do you handle that?
Man, look, I'm not even gonna lie. Probably out of the entire team of people that I work with, you know, and it's like 6 of us. I'm the most negative one.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I'm like king negativity, dude.
Mira nomás.
And is that just because
Tan inocente que te ves.
and is that because of
I'm messing with you.
is that because of how you and is that just because of like that you want your work to be good, or is it just because there's something that
Nah, man, I'm just a pessimist, bro.
Okay.
I'm fucking pessimistic, dude. And you know, I'm not afraid to say it, man, because everybody that, you know, most people that know me, like they know me on a real personal level, is like,
you keep it real.
It's like, oh, there comes this motherfucker with a cloud over his head and shit. But you know what? It's because you're like, you know, not to play fucking victim or nothing, but I just been through a bunch of shit, you know what I'm saying?
I was just going to say that.
I've been through a bunch of shit, and it's just like, you know, I take it to like, yo, I mean, you know, I've gotten used to like the, you know, that saying, you're like, yo, it is what it fucking is, you know what I'm saying?
You keep it real.
You keep it real with that. And, you know, I take the negativity, I love fucking complaining. I complain. Even if shit is going great, yo, I ain't gonna lie, if stuff's going great, I'll still fucking complain just for fucking nothing. Just because I feel like fucking complaining. And I think my guys just got used to that and they don't even fucking pay attention to me no more. But, you know, when it's really like some negativity shit, that, you know, we're not on the same page about something, you know, we don't agree on something, we gonna handle that shit, dude. Like, there ain't no sidestepping. It's like, nah, like if, you know, like, it's me, you know, like, I introduce you to my team. It's going to be me, my engineer, you know, OZ. Then we have our producer, which is Melo El Galáctico. You know, he does all the arrangements and shit. I got, you know, my manager, Luis Santiago, my boy, Pedro Montalvo as well, that, you know, he rocks with us and shit. And then this other cat, there's like another one of my brothers. His name is, you know, he goes by Ura El Da Vinci. And he's a writer, sings, but mostly like his thing is writing.
A-2, shout out to him.
So like,
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yes.
So like that first song that you heard, the Maquineo, that I co-wrote that with Ura.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, like I got this hook for you, bro. Like I was like, yeah. So like with those guys, yo, like I'm not gonna lie, like yo, we bump heads all the fucking time,
and it's okay to bump heads. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay because
it happens. Because sometimes we don't see eye to eye either, but that's rare.
We don't bump heads. We don't literally bump heads. No, but
but sometimes we're like, I think we should go this way, and then he's thinking of a different idea, and then one of us will be like, hey, you know what? You're right. Like, let's do this instead.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, we may not see eye to eye, but that's kind of rare though. We really don't. We're usually on the same
and I don't take it personal. I don't know how you and your team take it personal, but it's like. It's okay to bump heads because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're all on the same page. Mm-hmm. You guys,
you want to keep that same vision.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and that sometimes that's just part of the problem. It's just that honestly, like we all know where we're trying to get to, but we just have a different idea on how to get there. And the problem is that everybody that I fucking work with, they're good at what they do and shit, and they know music and, they know what's out in the market and, but then at the end of the day, it's like, nah, I want to do this. And sometimes, it just becomes a problem just because of my personality. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's like, I tell them, and we've had this discussion a million fucking times, and I tell my guys, I was like, yo, look, like, I'm not a new rapper. You're not raising a rapper. You're not giving me my sound. You're not putting a fucking rapper together. I'm fucking 37 years old. I'm a grown-ass man. And if y'all think y'all gonna fucking tell me what to do like all the fucking time, that's not gonna happen. And now, granted, look, is sometimes that's a really shitty attitude to have because you should be listening to your managers. You should be listening to your producer, as an artist. But then on the flip side, managers, producers, y'all motherfuckers need to listen to your artist.
True.
Because at the end of the day,
the
artist got to be fucking happy. The artist, got to be comfortable with a product. Because if you have an artist that's not fucking happy, he's not going to produce, which means nobody's going to make money. It's going to sound like shit, and it's going to translate when he gets on stage.
True,
and me, if I'm not happy, I ain't doing shit. And I can't. It's just, it's not like I want to be a baby. I'm just in the corner. No, it's just a dead ass. My creativity goes out the fucking window.
You have a
standard. It blocks your creativity.
You have a standard.
Big time.
You have a standard that you follow, and it's important to follow your standards.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Luckily for the team right now is like they're like, you know what? Because I told my team, I was like, yo, let me just do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm going to listen to y'all. I'm going to take everything into consideration. I'm going to weigh all the options, and I'm still going to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
You're like, I'm me, nigga. I'm me. I'm going to do it regardless.
I'll do whatever the F I want to do.
But then I told him, I was like, you guys need to just learn how to give me some rope. Now, whether I choose to do something productive with the rope or hang myself with the rope, that's going to be on me. And it's like the way that we're operating, guys, is really nothing to just let me know what I want to do, because if we drop a track that don't do well, in 2 weeks we're going to drop another fucking track. And then if you guys be like, you know what? I told you so. And I was like, you know what? You guys did tell me so. So now let's do it your way. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a learning process.
It's a give and take.
Yeah.
Balance. It's balance, at the end of the day. And my guys do good. I don't know if it's just because they got fucking tired of fighting with me or me fighting with them, or they're like, you know what? Let's just see if this crazy motherfucker may be on to something.
Let's see if he's talking a good one.
Yeah. But it's the dynamics. That's just how I deal with negativity, man. We're gonna address it. If we're gonna argue, we're gonna argue. And we argue.
But I do want to say this, though. I think that you made a very valid point, just mentioning that they're not raising a rapper. It's not like you're 18, fresh out of high school and barely getting to know this shit. It's like you've been around the block, in other words, and you've seen some shit. And like you said, you've known famous producers, famous artists, and so it's not your first run around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the respect level should be there, which I'm not saying it's not. That's not what I'm trying to say.
No,
but I'm
not
just
at all.
saying, I'm just saying like the respect level should be there in that aspect. Like, hey, I know what time it is. Like, I am grown and I've been through this shit. You know, I've jumped through the hurdles. So, you know, there has to be that balance where it's like, look, I've already done it this way. So let's try something new, or let's do my way because I already seen that shit don't work. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. Yeah. And the creativity part too, because you can't be in a negative environment or like just too much arguing because the reason why I say that is because your creativity does go away. I've experienced that through my poetry. Like if there's just too much, I'm like, fuck, I can't even think. You know what I mean? Like now you're just in a stress mode. You know, and it fucks you up as an artist. Like, I'm not an artist, but I'm saying as a writer, like, it really fucks you up.
You're an artist.
It really does.
You're an artist. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're an artist.
We still gotta jump in the studio together, as a matter of fact.
We still gotta do something. I heard your beats, man. Them shits are dope, man.
Thank you.
You know, but it really does. You know, it shit fucks with you. You know, and the good, you know, the thing with us is just that everybody's so passionate about what they do, and they know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I know my guys know what they're talking about. But again, it's like, you gotta be like, I have to be happy with what I'm doing. Like, I can't fight with myself, otherwise, not gonna be productive. And you know, it's funny, like when you say, like, you know, you can't be in a negative environment. It's like I am the fucking negative environment.
Well, then I think you gotta be a little more positive, my boy.
Dude, that is one of the things that I'm working on right now. Like,
I'll help you, my boy. I'll send you biblical scriptures, my boy. I got you.
Don't. I'm not gonna read them.
She's like, do it.
I'm not gonna read them.
Okay, I'll send the audio, my boy, so you don't have to read it. Just press play.
No. I don't do like religion shit. That I was just like, yo, man, I stay clear of that shit. But I mean, again,
to each its own. To each its own. I can't blame you.
Because you know what I've always said about, you know, like religion is, I don't fuck with it. But I was like, yo, like if it brings some value to your life, if it does something good for you, like, yo, I don't care what religion you are, who you pray to, like that's your business. I was like, yo, but if it makes you a better person, yo,
that's
by
what
all
it's
means,
about, being better.
Like, absolutely, man. You know?
Nah, that's what it's about, definitely.
But yeah, be positive, man. Like
y'all heard, be positive.
He's like, be positive, and he's a negative.
It's exhausting, yo, because being negative is so exhausting, dude. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, it is.
It really does drain you, dog. You start
me.
Stressing. And you know what? Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. But being negative, bro, I'm not even going to lie, bro. And I'm not trying to scare you, but being negative so much can actually cause you to be sick. So just FYI, like,
and stress,
be careful. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stress is a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's why I'm trying to learn not to stress out. And that's the hard thing to do. It's not easy. Like, some people don't stress, but I'm
the knots on my back have been fucking killing me lately.
Yeah, thank God I have therapy, bro. Like, I'm getting
you.
electric shocks to my back.
Get you one of them, the massage guns.
I actually have. I have the gun. I have the gun. The problem is, who the fuck is gonna massage my back?
Have your mom.
No.
So like, hey,
I love my mom. I love my mama, but I want someone else to do it for me.
Then you need to find a. Never mind.
Go.
This is why opening up the bar comes in handy right now.
Well, I'm gonna take the gun.
Say, you need to find a boo thing then.
I'm gonna take the gun to the brewery. I'm like, hey, Mamacita, can you do this for me,
like,
please?
Please.
Hey, Valentine's Day's coming up.
Not for me. Thank you very much. Oh man, this is fun. Oh man! All right,
I'm missing.
Nah, I know you are. No. Hey, it's all fun and games, guys. It's all fun and games. I'm giving you the death stare. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god!
Nah, I have a question for your music, man.
What's up?
Look, I love your tracks. I had the pleasure of creating that montage, and thanks for sending me the music.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you.
And also thank you for sending me that YouTube thing. We're actually going to use that on the video.
Oh, that's fine.
So make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that button, and then you get yourself a sticker. But out of all the songs that you've created, which one hits the most for you?
Ooh, man. That's a hard question just because I have so many songs, like, and a lot of these songs, they all mean something at a particular point.
Yeah.
In my life, just because of some shit that I've been through and all that, and I think I got a couple of productions coming. Not to get off topic, but it's just kind of like to add. I got a couple of, I got a project coming up. It's called Mason's Way, which is just a few of my favorite tracks that I've been wanting to release, or just something that I wanted to release. But then after that, I have a track, another project. It's called Aflicción.
Okay.
So Mason's Way is gonna be 7 tracks.
Okay. Is it an EP?
It's
Or an
it's
album,
not
or
exactly
mixtape?
an EP or an album,
Or like a mix.
Is it like a kind of?
but it's not coming all at once. It's just gonna be like I'm gonna release it one after the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to give people time to bring that all in.
Get it.
Oh yeah, that's a smart move.
Yeah, hopefully it'll work, But after that, I got this called Aflicción, and it's just some shit that I wrote. I was going through a lot, and that project. Once people hear it, then they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, this motherfucker was going through it."
Yeah.
And when I tell you, like, a lot of fucking people gonna be able to relate to this shit, and every single song on there, I may not necessarily be talking about, and disclaimer, whatever I say in these fucking songs, it may not necessarily be, exactly what I was going through, but it came from a place of being sad, of being angry. I use all that energy to put together a dope ass concept.
Yeah, and I just want to interrupt real quick. For people that don't know what aflicción means, because it's a Spanish term, it means affliction. So exactly what he's saying, like pain and a lot of emotion. That's what it means. So I just wanted to say
Thank
the
you, Abby.
translation real quick.
No,
You're
that was good.
welcome.
We appreciate that. I'm pretty sure the listeners
definitely,
will
'cause,
too.
Yeah, we have people tuning in different countries, so I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Greetings.
We have Japan and Bulgaria and all kinds of people.
Konnichiwa, my friends.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
Viva Mexico, because they came out to
Viva
us
Mexico.
too.
We need El Salvador to tune in and Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, we'll get them soon. But what's the fastest time you've written a song? Like how long? Like what's the fastest time that you've taken to just write down the song and then just?
I haven't written a song in a while. Like actually written like an entire song. Like I haven't written a song in a while. Lately I've been actually for a while now I kind of just get in the booth and just
Freestyle?
Just freestyle.
go. But I do it, like I'm not
shit.
gonna sit there and I don't like freestyling. My brain doesn't work like that. I love the craft. I really admire the people that do it. But my brain is just fucking slow, dude. I mean, just if I'm being honest, I think really slow. But I get in there, and I'll fucking freestyle, 4, 8 bars at a time.
Yeah.
Because I like to add a lot of different stuff.
I think that's dope though.
It is.
That
It's
you're
cool.
freestyling in the booth.
It allows you a lot of flexibility, you know what I'm saying? And you hear it live if it's going to work or not. And if I'm not feeling it right then and there, I just change it. But you know what? Actually, look, if I'm going to be completely honest, one of my favorite songs that I don't even listen to anymore, and the only reason it's my favorite song, one of my favorite songs, is because it was one of the first songs that I released. And this was a few years ago. It's called Operador 69. This was before I was Mason. Back then I was called Don Iván, El Fenómeno.
Oh shit!
I like it.
That sounds
I like
hard.
it.
Yeah, so
I like it.
Phenomenal.
and that was my.
I should have hit the button.
You should have. Oh, I thought you were gonna hit the horn or some
I
shit.
can hit the horn too. El Magnifico.
Yeah, and then and going back to like the question that you had asked me, if I know Ozuna, I don't know Ozuna, but the guy that produced that song for me, it was Ozuna's
Tell me it was
producer now.
Yambi.
Ozuna's producer, High Music, High Flow.
Oh
Which-
shit!
Yeah, but back then his name was just High Flow.
Damn,
And then he was the one that mixed and mastered everything. And then the guy that did the beat for me, his name is Super J, which also did one of Ozuna's.
way.
Yeah, so this was back then, like when we were all like grinding it out, trying to come up.
There was a reason why I said you knew Ozuna.
You got Abby fangirl. You got Abby
crazy.
fangirling right now.
Yeah, nah.
For real.
But
No, but you know what? I love the old school Ozuna. Like Ozuna, I'm sorry, but man, it's the old school for me.
Thank you,
It's
because
the
I'm the
old
exact
school.
same way. New
Yeah.
Ozuna, no disrespect, but I'm just like,
He's still a dope artist, but it's not the same.
It's not
bro.
the
He became too
same.
mainstream for me.
You know what? Honestly, I don't even I can't comment on that only because I don't really know what the old Ozuna used to sound like because I don't really follow them. I'll listen to like the shit that's on the radio, but I won't like really go out and try to find artist music. Like most of the shit that I got is because somebody was like, yo, listen to this shit.
Yeah,
but
that's how I am. That's how I listen to all this shit.
Yeah.
That's Abby for you.
Word of mouth, dude. That's how I get my music and shit.
Yep.
Hey, that's how it is though. Because honestly, like I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like listening to the radio like that. You know what I mean? Like if I do, it's really rare. But if anything, like we interviewed CC from K-Day, like I would prefer K-Day or like 92.3.
Yeah,
that's really my go-to, or Power. But
It just
mainly,
It just depends what the station is playing.
Yeah.
Because we got
now
K-Day. Oh, sorry.
K-Day is all old school. So that's really why I like to go to that, because it's all old school classic shit, like, you know, hip hop and shit that we grew up listening to, you know what I mean? Like Warren G and all that shit, Sugar Free, like shit that we really have been bumping since back in the day. But nowadays I feel like the new school, like mainstream wise, it's not the same, bro. Like that's why I like underground.
No,
I'm with the underground
and I'm gonna use an example. For example, I'm into rock, like rock alternative. Like I've been listening to
Red Hot
rock en
Chili
español.
Peppers.
Yes. Okay. My thing is that rock is dying. And I'm gonna say this out loud. Rock is dying because today.
Are you trying to be like Nas, like hip hop is dead? Like rock is dying? Damn, look at her. She's like, what did you just say?
No, well, look, I'm gonna be honest.
Still alive?
No, I'm gonna be honest because look, what rock band has created actual rock and roll music?
System of a Down just released an album.
Yeah, but they've only
after a
released
comeback.
But they only released 2 songs. Like I'm over
Like
here talking
singles, you
about.
mean?
Yeah, I'm only talking about like we need a rock and roll album, and I know one fucking band out there that's keeping it alive.
Who?
It's called Greta Van Fleet. I think you would. I don't know if you would like them because they're like they like to scream, but yes, yes, I just did that. You want to zoom in on? You want to zoom in on me? You want to zoom in on me? I'm like no. No, the reason why I say like rock is dying because not a lot of bands are sticking to just using a guitar, bass, drums, and a piano. They're now using more like electronic music to get into it.
You know what? You're right, because when I've listened to K-Rock, I'm like, damn, this is not original rock that they used to play.
And it pisses me off that K-Rock is going in that direction because like,
she said
you see, Alexis agrees with me.
We need a mic for Alexis, bro.
Next time. Now I'm bringing the mic for you next time. But no, and this is where I say like old school, you can't differentiate old school from new school because both respectively have like, done something for people. But if it was up to us, for me, old school is my shit. Like I would fuck with old school any day.
Because honestly, old school is what made the new school. You know what I mean? But I think I say that as far as mainstream. Like I fuck with the new school underground. That's why I fuck with you guys. I was gonna say Ozuna, OZ. You know what I mean? Like Pascual, like you know, RJ. That's my boy.
Yeah, that's my dude right
You know
there.
what I mean? Like I hit him up earlier too. I was like, hey, I'm interviewing your boy. Like come through if you can. But he's busy.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting to interview him too. But
I think that rock has been slowly dying. I mean, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just
you're wrong. No, I'm just
wrong. No, but
You're wrong.
I'm wrong. No,
Alex agrees. Nah, I feel you later.
well, you just
mugging
you agree with me about K-Rock. Wait, K-Rock has been one of the radio stations that I've listened to, and they made so many changes. I was just like,
yeah, it's very
you guys
different.
are killing the station. I'm gonna put it out there.
But
like,
you know what? I feel like, and I'm not trying to discredit anybody in the radio station by no means, but I do feel like there's been a lot of changes within these past few years, like maybe 3 to 5 years. We've been seeing a lot of changes within all radio stations. Like I don't feel like it's the same anymore. But then again, you got to think about it. It's the evolution. Like we got to progress, and changes are going to be made. It's like gentrification, in other words.
Yeah, but the only one that really has really stayed the same is K-Day because because their thing is old school hip hop.
Yeah, and that's why
I can't wait for CC to you know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, you're speaking too soon.
Cece Valencia, thanks so much for what you're doing. We really appreciate you.
Shout out to Cece, man. You have no idea how you guys don't know how much of a blessing this girl has been.
Yes.
And once the time comes, I will go ahead and speak on that.
And we'll speak on that on the next time. But but what's it called? What do you think about the whole like changes in music?
You know, it's funny that you bring that up because right now there's this whole big thing going on in reggaeton where there was a podcast, you know, and they were interviewing this guy. He's called his name is El Chombo. Very like, I mean, this dude can basically be a freaking music historian because he just knows everything, right? And same thing, they said, like, you know, he said, you know, reggaeton is dead and y'all don't even know it yet. Oh, God, it's fucking everybody and their mom and Puerto Rico, all the artists, they started chiming in. Somebody agreed, and then people getting all butthurt and stuff. But I think they really just took out of context, like really what he was, you know, trying to say. Because, you know, if you really hear it, if you listen to it right now, it's not, you know, they call it música urbana. And he had a really good point, you know, and especially when it comes to para los premios, for the awards. It's música urbana. So really, that was a move in order to be able to include artists from other genres, you know, that just sing over a reggaeton type beat. Oh, boom. It's urbano now, you know what I'm saying? Just because of the bit, and that was like his driving point, saying like, yo, like they really just put you guys in a category to be able to keep bringing all these other artists from other categories.
Finish.
No, so basically that was a big dilemma, and it was like, you know, but everything's gotta evolve, you know, and
that was the next question. That was the next question I was gonna. Well, it's not. It's more of a statement, but I was gonna ask you. Do you think reggaeton is dead or dying?
Hell no, dude.
Hell no, thank you.
Reggaeton.
Manny, I think that's a very like
reggaeton is the biggest.
Harsh thing
I mean, honestly, I mean, it's the biggest genre in the fucking world right now.
So
real shit. It brings people together. We like to perrear over here. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, and the reason I asked that question is because when I hear reggaeton today, I'm just like, no, it's not dead.
It ain't
in
dead.
The 2000s, in the 2000s, it was born.
Have you not heard Maison? I want to say Maison.
Maison.
I always want to say that. Have you not heard Mason's?
Maison. No. Okay, hear me out. And if you guys would like to comment, leave us comments because we would like to hear what you guys have to say. But the reason why I asked that question is because I personally don't think reggaeton is dead or dying. I think it's evolving to where now more artists such as yourself and your team are becoming bigger every single day. There's always something.
I want to piggyback on that because if you think about it, Mayson is Puerto Rican, but you have OZ that's Guatemalan. You have RJ who's also, you know, RJ the official.
Galacticos on here.
Yeah, he's Guatemalan. Pascual también, no? Pascual is Guatemalan too.
I think so.
Yeah, he's Guatemalan. He is. Yeah. So like the reason why I bring that up, and then I have somebody else who I just discovered too. He's from El Salvador, reggaeton artist.
My producer, he's the Nicaragua.
Oh, you see
Shout
what
out
I
to
mean?
Central America. That's what we're gonna say.
And then you have Chin and Alex who are, you know, Alex is he's Peruvian and Salvadorian. You have Chin who's Belizean, and they're producing reggaeton beats. They're the ones producing for Stussy and Kari and other artists. So like the reason why I say that is because you have people from different nationalities tapping into the reggaeton scene. And I don't mean just listening to it. I mean actually involved, whether they're artists. I mean, I have a reggaeton track that hasn't been released, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not Puerto Rican. So the reason why I say that is because, like, if you see, like, how he's saying, like, you have everybody worldwide who is tapping into this. Like Daddy Yankee, fool. Like, if he goes to any fucking country, that fool's gonna sell out.
Absolutely.
He's gonna sell out shows.
He's worldwide known, so it's obviously.
Yeah, bro. Like, he's like the superstar of reggaeton. Like, he's literally the pioneer.
And that's why I asked Mayson the question, because he's a person of reggaeton. He's a person of Spanish music.
For sure.
So, and thank you for being honest with us about that, because honestly, people need to understand that there's a difference between music dying and music evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is going to grow. Everything's going to evolve. You know, same thing happened with hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I mean,
definitely.
honestly, I mean, a lot of us really not happy with the route that hip hop took. You know, but we got to face the facts is that, you know, it's new artists that grew up on something at a certain age range. They're making music for a bracket for this particular demographic. You know,
And
it's
a
like
new
you know,
generation.
you can't. You know, it's not realistic to have a kid that is 20 years old trying to make music for motherfuckers that are 36, 37, almost fucking pushing 40 because we can't fucking relate.
Yeah.
You know, so
but even then, sorry to cut you off, but
No.
even then there's artists that do. You know what I mean? Like there's special artists out there, and I'm not saying everybody's whack, but I'm just saying like because I've discovered them, and I'm like, oh shit, this fool's actually hard. Like I've heard some shit where it's like, bro, you sound like fucking DJ Quick, bro. You sound like Warren G, Sugar Free, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like this is some new generation. Talent, you know what I mean? Because that's what they grew up on, and some of us stick to that and relate to that.
Of
you know what
course.
I mean?
And you know,
there's a small portion.
a lot of
I had to say that.
what a lot of people fail to look at too, like, yo, it's not really the artist. It's not really that we're lacking rappers with fucking bars that don't fucking mumble or, you know, whatever, like Harper's. It is that the industry is not pushing that shit anymore. The people that are that gained the money, the people that put money in, the people that they're not trying to push that because they're not advertising to us fucking older folks. They're advertising to the youth, to the new generation. That's the ones that are actively consuming, the ones that's getting money from their parents, you know, and if you look at it from a business standpoint, I was like, yo, why am I gonna fucking cater to y'all motherfuckers on your way out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
We're gonna stay with the people that we can get another 15 or 20 years out of, even though we got 15, 20 years, but they're gonna, you know,
but their audience
to the new one.
is
So it's like the radio is not pushing that. You know, and I have another comment, but man, that's gonna put us into like some other shit.
I was gonna open up some can of worms.
Well, it's like, I mean,
just be very strategic.
Yeah,
what you say. That's all I want to say.
No, because honestly, it's on some like conspiracy theory shit.
I have a question for both of you then.
Okay.
We talk about the 90s hip hop where we've had the Dr. Dre's, the Snoop Dogg's, the Warren G's, but the two hip hop artists of the 90s, Tupac and Biggie. We've had those two giants. We've had those two giants in the 90s. We've had the Ushers, we've had the Lil Jons, we've had the all these artists of the
B2K.
2000s. We've had B2K.
Hey, shout out to Razby. I was on Clubhouse with him the other day.
No, wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Raz is the homie.
Winner circle.
Oh, well, we have to talk about Raz after because it's so much dilemma with B2K, but well, that's a different story. But we have Drake, we got all like these artists in 2010. Okay. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I assume you both know what that is, right?
I don't
Heard of
actually.
So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like the music Hall of Fame where they induct like the biggest artists in the world. But here's a problem.
I don't know this.
I don't know. I'm glad that you don't. I'll introduce you to that.
Yeah.
For those of you who do know, please leave comments as well on the YouTube channel. But rock and roll. What is the first thing that comes to your head when it's rock and roll? Like guitar, like drum, like just headbanging, all that stuff, right? Okay, my next question to you is Tupac and Biggie, should both of them have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Fuck yeah.
Thank you. And why?
I mean, if we're talking about rock and roll, I know it's a different genre, but
Is it really? Is it really?
It is.
Okay.
It definitely is.
Okay.
Because again, you're talking about different a different vibe, different instruments being played.
Yes.
Different like lyrically they're different.
Yes. Mason, what do you think?
I mean, to me, rock and roll is rock and roll. Hip hop is hip hop.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
so
what
like
I'm
I don't see I would have to read the criteria based
Yeah, that's
up
how I
on
feel
which
too.
they got inducted.
One thing for me, rock and roll, like I have a whole different definition of rock and roll. Rock and roll is enjoying the music. Like I'm actually grooving to the music. Like
That's true.
Yeah.
But then again, I feel like they should have their own
I agree.
You know, category.
I agree.
Like one for it's like the Grammys. Like you have different genres. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like one is R&B, one is rap, one is like trap or what have you. You know what I mean? I'm just giving examples.
No.
but
And
I
I'm
feel
glad
like
that you
that's
brought
how
that
it
up.
should be.
I'm
Like,
glad that you brought that up.
Everybody deserves to have their recognition, especially if we're talking about, you know, these big famous artists that everybody knows, again, like worldwide.
Well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is known for those who have changed the music industry.
Oh, see, so there
okay.
you go.
Then yeah. If
That's
you're putting
how
that
I see
criteria,
it.
then
That's-
okay.
But a lot
Yeah,
of
then
people
they
hear,
deserve
but a
it.
lot of people hear rock and roll. They're like, but they're not rock and roll. I'm like, yes, they are because they changed music.
I think that needs to be clarified then.
I agree.
Rock and roll, and then in the bottom, in a description, kind of like with our podcast, we give a description of what we're talking about, a little bio.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be more like emphasized.
Yes.
So people can understand that.
So here's the thing with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You have to have you have to at least be 25 years in the music industry. You have to have released an album 25 years from where you began.
Okay, so
that's
see,
why.
then that might be a problem because they died very young.
Actually, but on the contrary, they released an album. Tupac released so many albums even before when he was alive and after he passed away.
Yeah, but you're saying 25 years in the industry. He
No,
died at like
no,
25.
But, no. You misunderstood. You have to have released a album 25 years, from when you started. Even if you have passed away, you're still eligible because you released something. Tupac did something to change music. Biggie did something.
Hell yeah.
Snoop Dogg is coming close to
Living legend right now.
Snoop Dogg will definitely get in there. Like Dr. Dre will
Hey,
get in there.
shout out to Snoop Dogg real quick because that fool just did a corrido too. So shout out to Homeboy. Dog,
He did
'cause
a
fucks
banda.
with
He did a
us.
corrido.
Yeah, a banda corrido. I don't know what it was, but it was some Mexican
Why
shit,
is
dog.
Snoop
So shout
Dogg-
out to Snoop.
Why do I feel like Snoop Dogg, instead of him aging, I just feel like he's still in his goddamn 20s?
He's still popping, bro. You know what it is? Because he's keeping up with everything.
Yeah.
I was just on a live of it was like DJ Head and Chuck Dizzle with a DJ that was like a very famous DJ when he was on 92.3 The Beat, when it was The Beat.
The Beat.
And yeah, I can't remember this fool's name, but he's like very like deep in the industry. And like he was saying that like Snoop would always hit him up because he wanted another set of ears. And he's like, the reason why I respect him is because he wasn't like cocky about his craft. He wasn't like, hey, nah, like I'm gonna put out whatever I want, like he's like, no, he was humble about it because he knew that fool was a DJ and he was listening to everybody's
He got
music.
the ear on the streets. Yeah, he
so
knows what's out there.
Exactly. So he would be like, kind of like saying like, hey, I want your input. Do you think this is going to be a banger? Like hit or miss type shit, And he would tell him like, hey, bro, this is going to be a banger, or like, nah, you need to work on this, et cetera, et cetera. So constructive criticism, which I feel like we all need from time to time,
absolutely.
especially if you're seeking it. And so, that song, what is it? Is it Sexual Seduction?
Sexual.
That shit
it
was
that one?
fucking dope, dude.
Okay,
I
see?
love that
that
Okay,
song.
you guys remember that shit? Apparently the label, this is from the DJ talking, okay, on the live. This is not my words. This is his words. He had said that the label wasn't fucking with that song and they thought that shit wasn't gonna make
Can I
it.
tell you why they weren't fucking with that song?
Why?
Because that didn't sound like Snoop Dogg.
Exactly. That's basically
sound like him.
that's basically what they were saying. Like, bro, you're tapping into a whole nother like genre that's really not you. In other words,
See, but here's the thing with Snoop Dogg.
But
We're
look,
gonna add more.
but
Yeah.
he ended up releasing it, and that DJ said, "This is gonna be a fucking hit. You need to release this," and then boom.
Yeah.
His
What do
career
you think,
kept
man?
going.
That fucking song was fire. And
That
you know what I
shit
mean?
was.
Because it was something. It was something else.
Yeah,
It was
no.
definitely.
Bro, I
something
wrote
else.
about that shit in my sociology class. It was what was that shit called? Human sexuality. We were literally talking about that. I compared him to a Pitbull song, and we were literally writing a paper on these music videos, how they sexualize women, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, oh fuck, like this is really a thing, dog. Like,
Sex sells, man.
yeah, and it was human sexuality. That was my first sociology class. I was like, this shit's fun. But yeah, I just
Yeah.
wanted to say that
No,
because
yeah, no,
like, but I feel like that's the reason why he's able to keep up, because of that constructive criticism that he's been receiving. And it's like, hey, bro, I need another set of ears. And whether it's him or another famous DJ or somebody else that's in the industry, that fool's taking that advice. So he's still in the game no matter how old he gets.
And
You know what I
he
mean?
And he just gives off that another thing with him is he gives off that energy, you know what I'm saying? That young energy, you know what I'm saying? And not to mention, I mean, he's been around for so long. Everybody gonna fuck with him because they got respect for the man.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you cannot not respect Snoop. It's like
Hell no, you cannot.
So it's like when you got that,
The OG.
and you as a person, as a veteran, and you start messing with the younger cats, you know what I'm saying, doing collaborations. Now you got the ears of the younger audience, which keeps you relevant
Yes.
in a good way.
Yes.
Relevant because you're catering to someone that wants to hear, you know what I'm saying, this kind of music, and it's like, you know, now you're relevant because you're doing your craft, you know, for a new audience. So that shit's just going. How you think Daddy Yankee been able to fucking stay around for so long? That's what Daddy
true.
Yankee do.
One
That's true.
question
he
I
has
have.
song with Osuna, Anuel, all these fools.
See, and,
like Thiago.
and that's the cool thing, because you got the old school veterans who are gods in the reggaeton world, to where you got these up and coming artists. It's like I see nothing wrong with collaboration.
I feel like that's what needs to be done though. In all reality. And that's just my perspective. I feel like the old school artists, they have the respect, they have the audience, and in a way I feel like they need to give that platform to the new artists, and then they can balance each other out. Like, look, I'm gonna get some of your audience, you're gonna get some of mine, and boom, we just make a hit, and now we're even more famous, we're more relevant, you know, and it gives the upcoming artists that extra boost that they need.
See, but the thing with that is just, this is a me industry, and a lot of people really live by that me shit. It was like, nah, like, you want me on this, pay me this, that, you know, and again, you know, going back to like Daddy Yankee. That dude been on a track with like
everybody.
Fuck yeah, dog.
Everybody. And
everybody and their mamas.
And the shit is that, you know, they're like, oh, you can't just record with everybody, because now granted, he record with some dope people. He not just gonna record with any just, you know, Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
But everything that motherfucker be putting out is fucking
everything,
dope.
it bangs.
Yes.
And it's different genres too.
I was gonna
it's
say,
not just reggaeton, he mixes it up a little bit.
I was gonna say, if you hear Daddy Yankee on any reggaeton song, it's automatically good. You hear Drake as a feature, it's like he's gonna make the song good. It's
absolutely
just, like, it's just how you work too. Yeah. It's who you are.
I ain't gonna lie though, like there's one of the newer songs that he was on. I wasn't feeling that shit, like not one bit. But you know, that's fun.
I mean, there's always gonna be one song.
Yeah, there's. I mean, I think. But again, like back to what you were saying, there's music for everybody. So somebody's gonna dig it, and because of the name, and then also it's a lot of marketing, because think about it. Like in the beginning, you may not like a song, but after hearing that shit so much in the radio, you just fucking adapt to it.
It's the brainwashing effect.
Yeah, it's literally that's what it is.
At one point, you're just gonna like.
You're gonna rock with it,
like, you know, and it's like, shit. Why the fuck am I singing this bullshit?
Yeah.
It happens to me all the fucking time.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That song with Cardi B, the Cardi B song that made her fucking famous. I can't remember.
Borachelo?
Yes.
In
the beginning,
you can fuck.
See, in the beginning,
if you wanted to. These expenses. I don't know.
Damn, man,
my niece would always play that.
You're a real fan. You're a diehard fan right here.
Well, one, because when Cardi B brought out that song, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was Nicki Minaj.
Did you?
I did.
Wow.
Just because of
But you know what? I wasn't feeling it in the beginning. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, what the fuck did she just put out, bro? But then after hearing it so fucking much, I was like, all right, I fuck with it. Like, I ain't even gonna lie.
And her personality carries her a long fucking way.
Real fan.
Hold on, sorry, say that again.
Her
Boston.
personality carries her a long way, and people are more susceptible to that. Be like, you know what, yo, she funny as fuck. Let me see what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah,
and that's one thing that I respect about her, because her personality is just fucking dope, dog. Like, I think I would have so much fun kicking it with her, dog, because she just don't give a fuck.
No, look,
Manny, what's wrong with you today?
One, her video. It's just, look, I love Cardi, no disrespect to her.
We can
but
tell.
Mocking her, but she does the funniest sound effect voices.
Nah, she does.
She just has a lot of energy, which I love.
Does. I really love her as like a person, like her personality.
She's a smart person. I will say that right now.
She's fucking smart, bro. She actually went to college, like, for those of you that don't know.
Well,
like, she's fucking smart.
Well, that, and then even
she's
have
just
her,
street smart too.
Both. I mean, she's even had her professors
smart.
and high school teachers tweet, "Oh, you don't want to fuck around with Cardi B because she will knock that ass out."
I bet, dude.
Yep.
You put money on that shit. You could tell.
Real shit.
I know y'all learned something about me today, that I can do Cardi B impersonation.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, Manny.
I told you guys I do impersonations, but
oh yeah, you did a long time ago. For those of you guys that don't know.
Man, we're coming at the end of the show, guys.
I know.
Well, before we end the show, Abby, do you have one last question that you'd like that you like to ask Mayson or Mayson?
Mayson.
Mayson.
I like saying it like that. That's your name from now on. Mayson.
She's gonna emphasize it on her phone too. Mayson. No, but for real, do you have any final questions for him?
I do. I know you're working on a lot of projects.
Yeah.
I just want to know, because you've been in the industry for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
where do you see yourself in the next few years? Like, what is your like objective? What are your goals? Like, what do you want to accomplish?
Honestly, that's a question that, I hear, being thrown around a lot, you know what I'm saying? And, obviously everybody's got their own reality. They got their own reasons to doing what they do. For me, like the biggest thing for me is I'm a father. I have 3 boys.
That's awesome.
My goal is to provide for my boys. I mean, plain and simple. A lot of people say,
"Well said."
Oh man, I do it for the love, the art. Yeah, the art and the love is cool, but love don't pay my fucking bills.
Dead ass.
I do that shit.
Dead ass.
I do what I do because I would like to make a living off what I love. I love music, and I want to make money off my music.
Yeah,
I heard that.
I want to buy a house. I want to put my boys in a house.
Good.
I
like that.
I mean, we all grew up, fucking middle class, whatever the fuck, I've been through and this ain't nothing new. Like every fucking rapper, almost every rapper, we been through, no lights, no food, no this, no that, fucking welfare. I was like, I want my kids going through that shit. I've done what I've done. I went to school. I got my degree. I was in the Marines. I got a great job.
That's right.
I salute you, man.
My pleasure.
I salute you, man.
So I done been through all that. You know what I'm saying? But my goal with this music shit is just to provide for my children. I mean, really, that's
excellent.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be famous because I don't want to have to fucking deal with people. But that's just a byproduct of you doing a good job at music or acting or whatever. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Do I want fame? I don't want fame. I don't give a fuck.
You just want the money.
I want the fucking money.
Nah, I feel you on that because
you know?
honestly, that's something that I've always said. I'm like, no disrespect to famous people, but what I've always said is like, man, fuck the fame. I just want the money.
Exactly.
I want the fortune.
Yeah.
I want to be behind the scenes just making the money.
Yeah,
That's always been me too.
No, absolutely. And it's not like it gets rid of your fucking problems or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because I've had money before, and I was good. And all money does, dude, money gives you options. It don't take fucking problems. It takes away the problem of not having money.
The stress of not having,
that it takes that problem away.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I was recently just, listening to this audiobook and basically said the solution to one fucking problem is the beginning of another fucking problem.
That's very true. That's very true.
So it's like, but it's like, like I'm not trying to fucking be broke.
Money's not happiness.
I'm not trying to fucking be working for somebody else till I'm fucking 60. I'm not trying to do none of that shit, man. It's like, if I can and get a fucking few hit records and get some fucking money in the bank, I'll be done in this bitch by the time I'm 45. And then I chill, watch my kids grow, hopefully get some grandchildren, and just fucking relax, man. Because why the fuck do I want to work till I'm 60 and like spend 8-10 hours a day working for somebody else? Nah, I want to spend 8 hours in the studio doing what I like, providing for my family, the family of my team and shit. And really, that's like. Yeah, would it be cool to fucking win a Grammy? Yeah, a Billboard? Yeah, absolutely. Like, who the fuck wouldn't want to be recognized for the work? It would be super fucking dope. But at the end of the day, a Grammy not going to pay my fucking bills.
Real shit.
Well said, man. Definitely. Well said, man.
Mayson has spoken.
I 100% agree with you in everything you just said, man. Well said, man. Well said.
Thank you.
Dead ass. I totally agree with you because it's cool getting the recognition, like you said, and all that. But in the end, like, love don't pay the bills.
Absolutely.
And I agree with you 100%. Like, ain't nobody trying to work for anybody for the rest of their fucking life. Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of people are in it for the money. And I don't think that's the fame. And I don't think that's necessarily the right approach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it comes with it, but I don't think that's what people should be necessarily aiming for. It's like, you got to understand the business aspect of the artistry that you're in. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the whole purpose is to make money off of it and not get ripped off through these fucking big ass record label companies that will fuck you over.
Absolutely.
You know, so there has to be that business mentality as well.
And you know what? I'm just gonna like this last little note here, because it's something that I actually made a note of it in my phone, because it's something that I wanted to talk about, in a video that I was going to put together, is that a lot of artists, and like people that are creative, they get like, and I don't even know if I'm going to say this word right, chastised, like they get really like beaten up by people talking about, oh, you can't, if you fucking doing this for the money, you already lost, this is like, yo, but the way I look at it, I was like, why do motherfuckers in Wall Street get into the fucking stock market? It's because they love that bullshit? No, motherfucker, because they trying to make money. Yep. It was like, so don't, like people out there, don't be coming down on artists because they trying to make money with a skill that they have. Like, this is like
that's
a skill.
Your talent, bro.
Exactly.
Take that
it
from
was
them.
like, so you can't be fucking, oh, you can't do it for the money? Fuck that. What do I want to do it? Why am I going to put up with all these people fucking commenting and giving their opinion about you and shit? It was like, I'm not doing that shit for free. I was like, fuck y'all. Don't be hard on artists and actors and creative people because they trying to do what they're good at to make a living, because everybody trying to make a living. You feel me?
Exactly.
Well said,
it's like a director, bro, trying to make a movie. You're going to be mad at him for making money? Like,
exactly.
nah, bro, he went to school to be a director. Like, that's exactly what he's aiming for.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it's the same thing with the artists. Like, everybody got to make their money. Now, I do got to say that you can't be greedy either. Like, I feel like there should definitely be more collaborations and people be more open-minded. But then I agree with some people, because I've met artists that are like, bro, I don't like to do features with just anybody because I got to feel out the energy. I got to feel out their vibe, because I'm not, I'm not trying to work on somebody that's going to try to fuck me over, or that I just, the chemistry is not there, So I agree that there's different levels to this shit and different variables. But I do feel like instead of like, I understand the industry is very cutthroat. I've been around some people and I'm just like, okay, I can see different people's mentalities, to each their own. But I do feel that, there needs to be that acceptance of other people coming into the circle, because I feel like everybody kind of got their own circles. Yeah. And again, back to what you were saying, like, it's your immediate team. You don't want just anybody coming in either, because I understand there's that groupie vibe. There's people trying to step on your toes, pull you down instead of bringing you up. They're trying to pull you down to climb over you. Yeah. So there's different levels to this shit. So that's why I feel like people need to be a little more open-minded and be more like, just like a little more caring and more, not necessarily caring, but more, ¿cómo te diré? What's the word I'm looking for?
More open-minded about letting people into the
circle.
circle.
Like open-minded, but also like obviously stay on your toes. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be cautious, but at least be open to the fact of like, hey, we're gonna work together. Let's work something out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you're not, if you're not collaborating with someone, at least the most important thing you could do for a young kid is give them the game.
Yeah, that advice.
Nipsey, like, the amount of game that man was spitting out to everybody, why? Because he saw everything that was going on. He not trying to just bring himself up, you know what I'm saying? He trying to make sure that everybody get a piece of that,
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's why I love him so much.
Like I had people that reached out for me, you know what I'm saying? Reached out to me and was like, yo, like I want to do something with you. And I listened to their shit. And it was like, I ain't like it. I don't think it would mesh together. I was like, yo, look, I can't do nothing with you because of this, and that. Here's what I think you should do. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And once you do something like that, yo, feel free to hit me back up.
Yeah.
And if I like it,
very true.
I will fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
So it's like, because you still got to treat people with a certain level of respect, whether you like their shit or not. You know what I'm saying? And, like I got younger, artists that, they fucking hit me up and, yo, I'll grill them. I was like, yo, Do you have ASCAP? Do you have BMI? Do you have Sound Exchange? Have you fucking copyrighted your shit? They was like, I don't even know what that is. I was like, all right, motherfucker, y'all, you got some homework to do.
Ready.
You gotta learn.
Yo, and I sit there, yo, like I got some cats that I communicate with, and I tell them, I was like, yo, like, here's what I need you to go look at, and I give the motherfucker some homework.
Yeah.
Give some link, watch this video, learn about this, learn about that. Why? It was like, yo, because me collaborating with you may not necessarily do anything for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But if you follow these things, you're going to ensure that you reap the benefit of everything that you're doing on your own. So, you know, if you can collaborate with a kid, at least give them the fucking game on how they could do something for themselves. True. So they don't get fucked over and keep this cycle that all these artists have been in for years. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because we in the independent era now. Everybody, you know, like
everybody's independent.
Yo, you could do it on your own if you put in the fucking work and you grind it out. Yeah. I was like, yo, but these kids, they need guidance, man. The kids need guidance.
Yeah, they do. And you know, it's funny that you talk about that because I actually been tapping into this live. She's a business attorney, right? And she always talks about the importance of trademarking. She's like, you guys don't understand how important it is to trademark, you know, especially for these artists, copyrights, you know, their lyrics, how you were talking about, because in the end, you get fucked over. Yeah.
It's like Beanie Siegel said in an interview, you know, this years ago, and I just recently saw it, and he said, like, you know, if you want to be in the music business, you got to know the music business.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, yo,
preach.
Like,
where's the clapping one? We need that.
Yes.
It's like, yo, like you can't put your future in somebody's hands. That's how people get fucked over. It's like, yo, like, nah, like, yo, I want to know everything.
Yeah.
And look, for everybody out there, yo, listen, go check out Russ's book. You know, it's all in your head. This shit is fucking fire. Another book that, you know, somebody very close to me, you know, recommended is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh, I like that book.
Yo, that shit is fucking amazing. And if you haven't read 50's book, The Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, go check that shit out. You know, especially, yo, like, I'm telling you, man, if you fucking with this music shit, you go check out his fucking book, yo, because that shit got mad game in it. You know, and like, I hate reading, so I just listen to the audiobooks. Yo, but the more shit that you're looking into, the more shit you're listening, you know, knowledge is power. Yeah. Definitely. It's just that simple, man. So don't let people be fucking you over. Go do some research and be smart so you can fucking move forward.
Very true, man. Definitely. And with that being said, man, we're actually at the end of the show already. Man, this has been fun, but
yeah, it's been super fun. But I before we close, I do want to say that I agree with you 100%. I think that anybody who's in business, whether it's your own business or whether you're starting like collaborating for like a record label company with somebody else, or you know, any type of business, you need to do the research before you jump the gun. Absolutely. Like dead ass. It don't matter what you're doing. Like I'm a writer. I'm trying to write my own book. I need to know like what, you know, like the publishing aspect. I need to know like how to get an ISBN number, copyrights, like all that shit. Like you just can't write a book, put it out there, and then somebody takes your shit, and then now you're getting a fucking lawsuit, a cease and desist letter. Absolutely, you know what I mean? Like this shit is real, dog. People are getting lawsuits left and right. We are in the US where I saw a video of this rich guy or whatever, and he was saying he's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. I don't know if you guys seen that.
Oh yeah, Robert something.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, some shit like that. And he was saying like, you guys, we are in the United States where people have said, like they've asked like a group of people, right? Real quick before we end. I think this is very important. They had said, okay, if you guys were to get money, how would you like win money? Like, you know, like they wanted to get in people's heads. And a lot of people said, well, the first way to get easy money is winning the lottery, right? First one. Second one was a lawsuit. They're like, that's the easy way to get money. You know what I mean? So if you think about it, if you have, whether it's your own business or whether it's, you know, your artistry, whatever field you're in, if you have something that you feel you are confident about and you want to put it out there to the public, it's different when you have it to yourself and you don't want to release it. But if you're ready to throw it out there to the public, you need to know what you're getting yourself into and learn the legalities, because this shit is real, dog. Once you get that cease and desist letter and they go after your ass, you're basically fucked. Like, you got to pay money, bro. Money. And another thing that I want to tell these artists that I learned recently, as far as like, publishing or publicity, right? There was a terminology, I can't remember, but it was something regarding publicity. So this lawyer was talking about how people, you know, do lawsuits. Apparently in Chicago, she had a business that was like near her. It was a grocery store. They were selling steaks, right? It was a grocery store. And they put the face of Michael Jordan on there, right? To sell. Michael Jordan came after their ass, and they had to pay millions of dollars because they were selling that product with his face on there. So to these artists, because I've seen it happen, I had to tell somebody, you know, about this, because I don't know if he knew or not. But if you're trying to sell your product, your music, whatever, and you put another artist's face or somebody else that's famous to sell your product, be careful, because of that publicity stunt that you're trying to do. They can come after your ass. I just have to say that. Especially if you're making money off of it. That is where it comes in. They will milk the fuck out of you once that lawsuit comes. So be careful. Like, I'm telling you guys, learn legalities. This shit is not a joke. It's not. It's not a joke, guys. But it's real shit. Once you got to pay thousands or millions, like, it's not fun. It's not. Oh, I bet it's not fun. It's not fun. You know, fortunately, we haven't had to do that, and I hope we don't have to. But with that being, hopefully never. But with that being said, folks, knock on wood. Well, that's not wood. Knock on some shit. Knock on something that sounds like wood. But anyways, guys, we're at the end of the show. Let's give our special guest, Mayson Brass. Mayson. Shout out to Mayson Brass. Guys, thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it. Shout out your IG, man, before we go. We appreciate you, dog. Mayson Brass. Cool. Mayson Brass. Perfect. Mayson. Abby, your turn. Your turn. Yo, mine is Princess Abby 323. My business IG is at Princess Abby Candles. So tap in, because it's coming very, very, very soon. Oh, I'm excited for that. And mine is MJ on the mic 323. Make sure you guys follow Living in the 323 on Instagram. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once you guys do, hit me up or hit up Abby, and you get yourself a free sticker. Y'all heard? A free sticker. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know if you subscribe, because some of you guys are not telling us. Yeah, let us know. You have to. So you have to tell us. Yeah. So we can give it to you. Please let us know. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, my boy. We love, you know, enjoying your company with us. We love talking to you. This was fun, man. Yeah, no, man. We could do it again sometime soon. Hopefully, once I get a bunch of this stuff out. We're gonna hold you to that. Give us something to talk about, you know? We're gonna hold you to that. Hey, we'll bring the whole crew next time. Yeah, that should be fun. We'll bring the whole crew, dog. We'll hold you to that. Everybody got releases coming out, so we ready for you. All right, thank you, guys. God bless y'all, man. God bless, guys. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace.